Well, first of all, I think I have to say that I'm a mom. I'm a mom of two boys, 13 and 11. And they keep me pretty busy and pretty grounded, but they also keep the energy alive, which is really great. My career background used to be in marketing communications, media marketing communications, on which I worked for over 16 years. Actually, I ended up in management positions. And really, what really touched me there was working with people and developing teams and developing the organizations. And that's actually what I do now. So I made the shift from media and that what I already did on the side to doing that full time. And that being, I'm a team coach and a leadership coach. I also sometimes coach individuals, which is always the case also when working with teams, but can also be one-on-one. And besides that, I'm also working with organizations that are in an agile transformation as agile coach. So that can be either with teams or with leadership. So that's the methodology of agile, but much more the human-centered part of agile, which is about values, mindset, behavior. One of my last big assignments was with international banking company, and they are in this agile transformation, actually agile towards DevOps. So I was an agile coach there, helping the teams as well as the leadership teams to sort of support them in that transformation. What does it mean? And to be honest, that was very much on the human-centered way. So that wasn't culture, that wasn't behavior, that was a mindset, much more than it was on the techniques, because they were already aware of techniques. And then it's more, okay, but why do you do it? And the whole why do you do it has to do with the human part in it. And also, how do you work together? How do you give feedback? If you talk about psychological safety, which is an important topic, what does it mean? Okay, what is needed from you as a leader? How can you walk the walk? What kind of framework can you set? Where to let go, where to tighten, etc., etc. One of the last things that I did was actually last month, it was really cool as well, was helping a international music organization setting up their diversity and inclusiveness strategy. My mission is to support individuals, teams, and organizations in realizing sustainable human-centered change, which leads, of course, to improved performances. So this is still a mouthful, but what it's really all about, it's about connecting people, unlocking their potential, and actually make them grow together, individual and together. And that improved performances can be anything. It can also be, of course, it can be business performances. The way I see it is if a team works better together, they can also close a project earlier, they see new things, they develop new things faster. That by itself is also improved performance. Why I signed up for Host? Well, I started my practice and I was actually doing quite well, but I also felt that I was missing something. And that was that building and growing together as a group, actually me making others better and others helping me to become better. And that sparring partner, that was what I was missing. And I was already thinking, okay, how can I arrange that? Because I didn't want to be part of an organization, being self-independent entrepreneur. And I wanted to work with people that I look up to, and I can bring something, and I actually can retrieve something. When I got more information about Host, I thought, yeah, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is actually what I was missing. Host operates in the same areas as I do, and sometimes it's slightly different, but it has enough angles and same hooks. So I joined the first session to see, okay, how are the other host people, how's the community? And it was a warm bath. Yeah, and ever since, I told you before, I haven't regret signing up and joining Host. Host is a community that is set up to make human-centered leadership great, and to both on a personal level, on team level, organizational level, and societal level. And you can tip in on all of these 4 levels and incorporate that within your own business, within your own industry, as it is not prescriptive at all. It is actually helpful, supportive, and you can blend it in the way that is needed and helpful for you. I would recommend host to everybody who has a true intention on human-centered leadership. So that could be an organization, executive within an organization, HR people, could be team leads, and also individuals. And of course, also individual consultants or coaches, depends on how they call themselves, who work with people and think, you know what, I need some new fuel, some new ideas. I want to broaden myself and also grow in my profession. If people have doubts, I would suggest that they have a clarity call, because I think having a clarity call would already give you a good idea how we work in host and what it entails. And you can just share your doubts, and I would just check online on their website, and there's a lot of content on the website and also on YouTube, so that would definitely give you a good idea on what it is and how we work. What I love about the community, and I mentioned it before, is the variety of people. They're all ambitious, they're all professional, they all have a very long background in what they do. It's all human-centered in their own way. But because it's not a homogeneous group, we can build upon each other, Actually, I think that's the benefit, that's the added value. Having diversity also here in the group brings us all further. So diversity in terms of gender, in terms of career background, in terms maybe in the industry that we work in terms of age, but also personal background, because you also bring yourself, also where we live. I mean, it's global. So that mix, that diversity brings definitely added value. And what they all have in common is the urge to grow and develop themselves, to help grow and develop the community, others, and their own clients and societies. And that's where it all brings together. Everybody is open and dares to be vulnerable. Oh, this is always my thing. Here we go again. Dares to be vulnerable. We have a good laugh, and that's also good. I like that very much. Yeah, and it's willing to share that knowledge sharing. Just coming from myself, if I ask for some brain picking, I always get response. I learn new things, proactively share things myself, which others do themselves as well. And there's no ego saying, okay, I have invented this, so it's only my thing. And people are not judgmental. They're positively critical, which is good. I think this is cool. And the funny part is, besides you and Dirk, I haven't met anybody in person live. And I feel very much connected. And I've shared a lot. I've shared so many things in the cycle. And, so that's what I mean. Trust is something you can build. It's a culture. If a host grows, that also impacts me in a positive way, because that brings me new vibe, new inspiration, new energy. And also for, it enlists myself and things that I can learn and people I can work with. So yeah, this is definitely what I hope.